be immediately gone from this.
What is going on, everyone?
Hello,
We're here
what's
with the Panda Slash.
Yeah, don't spam. That's
Marvel
that's
Media
the lesson
Podcast.
of the day. You spam, you get blocked, bitch.
We're back with the next episode of
Moon Knight. There you go.
I think it was episode 4. It's called The Tomb.
4. Yeah. Yes. Because remember, he lost his powers in the last one.
It's going to be an interesting episode.
Mm-hmm.
We got news.
And you know what? For me, I like it, but I always ask Nick every time he sees this episode, like, how did you feel about it? I mean, I know we're going to get into
It's like a 7 or an 8.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's trying to fail itself, but it's not bad.
He's going to be like...
Bitch better get that suit back this episode.
Anyway.
But anyways, so yeah, we're going to talk about episode 4 of Moon Knight, and then we're also going to talk about news. That's it, guys. It's news and Moon Knight.
News and Moon Knight.
News
We're
and
in
Moon
this
Knight.
shit. Yeah. All
right, hit us with the news, Ralphus.
All right, we're going to kick things off. Fans lose it over Sony's animation Spider-Man movie being delayed.
Yeah, bitch got delayed till next year.
To next year, part 1. Got delayed for next year.
And I don't even think it's early next year. It was like June of next year. June or July of next year, dude. It got more than a year fucking...
Oh, Lord. It's good, bro.
Well, no, because it was actually scheduled for like September or some shit like that before.
I think this is so funny because they're like, what? Some people are just actually upset. They're like, somebody actually put on Twitter, no, please don't do this. Please.
Quid pro quo.
What? It's like, quid pro quo. It's like, bro, everybody is bad. Everybody is saying like evil shit and whatnot. They're like, we're gonna ban. Please, if they do ban this, maybe Marvel can finally get the rights back. We're gonna ban.
Nope, actually, the movie is set to come out just in time for them to not lose the rights.
Are you for real? What?
Yep.
So this was okay. Okay, so it was planned.
I hope something stupid happens. And
I really do. I
back,
hope like that. I hope this Spider-Man Part 1 just implodes or something. I don't know.
The only problem is I don't think any of that matters because it's 2 years,
right?
And they just had No Way Home come out.
Right, I forgot that because apparently we.
I don't know. It was I was reading some shit on it. It didn't make any sense. Now for my fun movie fact, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, I had that too. That's the next one I was gonna go to. Yeah.
And was it Jerusalem?
Yes, in Israel. But pretty much anything Middle East.
Pretty much the Middle East
in general
has banned Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness because America Chavez is in it.
Yep, because she's a part of the LGBT.
Because she's a gay character.
Gay character. She's
Funny
a woman
thing
and
is,
a gay character.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't even have a relationship in this movie. Nope. It's just she's a gay character.
And that's
so they're
it.
like, nah.
Well, that's what they did with the West Side Story and Eternals. Because they banned those 2 movies too because they had gay characters in there.
But Eternals had a guy kissing a guy. I don't think we're going to see America Chavez kissing anyone.
Right. So they just say, like, and she a woman too, so it's like a double, like a double hit.
It's one of those things where it's like, one, I'm happy I don't live there.
Right. No, for real.
But at the same time, like, it's a shame to see that the rest of the world hasn't caught up with at least being okay with homosexuality enough that when it's in movies, it's not a big deal.
Bro, they still don't want their women to drive. I mean, they drive now. They still don't want them. They have to get permission.
They don't want them to not wear clothes. They're like, you're in public, wear a sheet.
Wear sheets. Because they still got to ask. They can drive and get a license. They have to ask the man who probably don't even have a license. Like, can I go drive and get a license?
And I understand that's their culture. Their culture is based off their religion. But at the same time, like, no religion or culture should be that oppressive towards its people.
I mean, good Lord. Oh, my God. We're...
Hi, Steffi.
Hello.
Sneezy's coming to say hi.
Oh, God. Oh, I dodged it.
She quacked at you.
Did I? No, because you would have sneezed. I'm sorry.
That's a cough. That's not a sneeze.
That's a cough?
Yeah.
That's a weird little cough, man.
She's sick.
Anyway, I dodged it, and she went, huh?
Hi, baby.
Yeah. Only thing I felt was fur, and I said, what the hell was that? I know that's not Gilgamesh, because Gilgamesh don't love... No, I'm kidding. He loves people.
No, he's right over there. He just ran behind the chair. That was a sneeze.
Okay. Anyway, let me just.
That's a nasty sneeze.
Oh yeah, just right on my leg. That's fine. I like COVID.
She doesn't have COVID.
No, I know
She's got a
she
respiratory
don't. I know.
infection.
No, she don't have.
Jackass.
Or just just take control of my size 16 foot. I don't care. Anyway. Oh yeah. Okay. So also, I mean, I know it's the Middle East, but even in Egypt is being banned.
Yeah.
We didn't even put Egypt in there. I was like, Egypt? Damn, Egypt too? I thought they weren't. I mean, I knew it is the other place. I didn't think Egypt would be that oppressed. I mean, not oppressed, but I shouldn't say that because that's, like I said, religion. That's a bad word to say. Be like, hey, y'all that oppressed, y'all can't let this movie just fly. Like, no, we cannot.
It's oppression. It is. Religion or not.
Oh, man. Okay, the next thing... they said... Okay, also, we got... episode 5 is going to be rumored to be 47 minutes of Moon Knight.
The last one was 53.
Yeah, they cut it. They cut it to 47. 40 to 40. Like, you know. So...
It's going to be the flashback episode.
That will automatically get a 2 for me. And then you're just gonna give it a 1 because that's the last episode.
Not really. I wanted a flashback episode. I was hoping that's what 3 was going to be.
That's what 3 was going to be. Hell, I was like, okay, now we're really
But to be honest, I don't know what they're gonna do. I hope it does not get worse. That's all I can say. It's not bad. It's good. The last episode was good. Don't get me wrong.
But I'm getting tired of flashback episodes now. Like, give me this flashback episode, and it has no meaning. At least, I hope, if they do a flashback episode in this one, it does have a meaning into whatever the hell is happening or whatever. But if this has no meaning to it, and it's just like those Watcher comics, I'm just like, you know what? You can go ahead and put a 1 out of 10 for that one. Because that means we're probably never going to get the suit. Probably the last episode, he will get the suit the last 5 minutes. That's it. That's it.
I will be mad.
I will be just like, well, that's it for me, Scooby. I'm out. All right, so let's see. What else we got? Oh, okay. Now, new rumor indicates, no shocker to it, that Chris Hemsworth will come back as Thor after Love and Thunder. Which we kind of...
We know.
Yeah, because Thor... people are wondering, like, are you guys going to come... Is he going to come back? Thor going to keep playing this bitch till y'all get tired.
His contract's not up anyways. Of course he's going to be back.
I thought it was coming up.
No, he signed a new one after Endgame.
I didn't know. I didn't know he signed a new one. So what it was, I thought it was just for like 3 movies.
No, he'll be back. He's got a few more things. Besides, he's already said he'll be around until he feels like the character's being done something stupid or something along those lines. What are you doing, dummy?
Anyway, Gilman's like, I don't know what to do because I felt like this cat's like, yo, she's this, like, what's the thing, dysfunction. She's like a robot. She's not moving properly no more. So I'm gonna just go hang out with the birds. Anyway, there's new set photos have revealed the best look yet of Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven the Hunter. Basically, I guess photos have leaked that he looks like a badass and all that shit. He looks really cool.
He looks like Kraven. Yay.
Yeah, like I'm trying to get the article, but they don't have the photos. They just say there's new stuff. I'm not gonna look it up. We don't got time for that. But people still repeating the same thing. Why does Sony continue making shit like this? Give us Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Woman, Spider-Man Noir, all live action, and continue the animated verse stuff. And he said an MCU Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man 3. Give us Spider-Girl with Tobey as older Peter. Damn, he wrote a whole fucking goddamn tweet on this bitch. That's a fan that is very, 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 very disappointed right now. We're not gonna let that happen because as long as Spider-Verse still exists,
so he wants that Spidey money.
Yeah, hell yeah, and people keep going to go see this bullshit like this. Oh, man, and they don't do it. Never mind. They don't do it. We're doing. They gonna keep spending that money because believe it or not, Morbius made like $300 million. I said, huh?
Well, so we're kind of at a crossroads with them because the only way Marvel is going to get full rights to Spider-Man back is one of 2 ways. Either they buy them out or spend enough money that Sony would be okay with selling the rights back, or they accidentally let their time frame lapse, which would automatically revert the rights back to Marvel. Now, the problem is the only way to get the first one to happen is us as consumers have to stop going and seeing Sony's Spider-Man movies in theater. And I mean, here's the problem with that, though. That includes the MCU Spider-Man, because those are technically Sony movies. None of us are willing to do that. I can tell you right now, if Spider-Man comes in the theater, I'm there. As long as it's in the MCU.
And that's what we're going to have to play with. Because as long as he's in the MCU, I'm there. The moment how about this? The moment he's out of the MCU, I'm just like, well, I'm done. But, you know, he's there. He's there. We can't, you know.
But unless we completely show as a whole that people don't, quote unquote, care about Spider-Man movies anymore. Unless we all, as a group of humans across the world, unless we all do that,
do what Middle East did and just like ban it.
We can't. That's it would have to have something in it that's bannable. But I just mean as consumers, as people, we would just all have to work together to not go see this fucking movie. And it's just not going to happen.
No, but especially with No Way Home. No Way Home, man. Like, that was just... And that really sucks. Well, it's not going to happen anyway, because remember, he signed like, what, a 5, 6, almost 10-year fucking contract? That's not going to happen anytime soon. Oh, man. What are we going to do? Because here's the thing. We can say, oh, we're going to ban Spider-Man, but then they may introduce more MCU characters and be like, well, shit, now we got to go. I mean, like, just saying, like without, like, the podcast or whatever, I'm just saying, like, as a normal consumer, it's like, well, what if they bring Thor goes into Spider-Man? Like, oh, shit, now we gotta go. What if Daredevil goes back in there? Oh, now we gotta go. You know, it's, damn, it's like, it's in a crossroads right now. And that's why Sony's like, because they're collecting money from that. That's why they're going to throw shitty movies like this, and Morbius, and Kraven the Hunter, because they still collect the money from No Way Home, so that's still their shit. Yeah. Oh, dear.
So, yeah.
This is, I think the last thing I got is, the new report has cast doubt on Tobey Maguire's rumor role in Multiverse of Madness, because this thing's been popping out too, and almost trending in a way too for about one day, that everybody's been asking, even the Hollywood Reporter been like, so Toby, are you part of the Illuminati? Like, you know, because I know they're not like doing a comic book, they're probably, you know, doing their own twist MCU, and they're saying, well, could Tobey Maguire be seen in the, you don't think so? No. Yeah, like that, they're pretty much asking him like, are you on the chair with Charles Xavier and all of them?
I think what people are just hoping that we're going to see a lot of old characters in the Illuminati, and I don't think we are. Well, not Illuminati,
but yeah.
I think we're going to get Charles, because he is technically in the Illuminati in the comics.
We're supposed to get Reed.
I think we're getting some version of Reed Richards. Right. I think we're going to get some version of Iron Man, fucking midget guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys get ready, because Michael B. Jordan. Get some form of Michael B. Jordan. Go ahead,
I don't even remember what the dude's. Tom Cruise. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Yep.
All 4'3" Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he's short. Goddamn.
He's not that short.
I know, but damn,
he's like 5'1" or some shit like that.
Man, you can kick him in the head. You can. Bow.
No, I actually like Tom Cruise. I just don't want him as Iron Man.
Right. Superior Iron Man, which is like a pure complete asshole. Than the asshole. It's like 20 times asshole.
But no. Yeah, I think we're going to get a lot of the same characters that are in the Illuminati. I don't even think we're really going to get maybe one that's not in the comics in the Illuminati that it's going to be in on here. But I definitely don't think it's going to be Spider-Man.
Because everybody's asking, it's either he's going to be in Illuminati or he's going to be part of the Multiverse of Madness. Like, apparently they're saying, well, when the situation zipped out or whatever they did, well, supposedly back to their reality that the two Spider-Mans didn't go back to their reality. Somehow they got trapped, quote unquote, in the multiverse.
No, I think people just really want Spider-Man involved in this movie.
They really do.
And I just don't think he's going to be. And if any of them's going to be, it'll be fucking
Andrew Garfield, wouldn't it?
No. It'll be Tom Holland. If anyone's involved, and I don't think he's going to be.
Right, because no one knows who
now
Peter Parker is.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care.
Yeah, no,
I
still think it's gonna be a great movie.
I don't think any of the Spider-Men are gonna be in it. It just makes no sense for them to be in it.
Right.
They had their big crossover event.
Right.
Sony wouldn't want to offer their characters to something for a very minor role.
That's exactly That's like I said. That's exactly what it'll be. It's just like when Chris Evans said he'll come back as Human Torch because that's gonna be a small ass minor fucking role.
Yeah, but the difference is Marvel owns that character.
Right? Yeah, they own the character. Yeah, but
just like Hulk's not gonna be in it.
Yeah.
You think Universal's gonna be like, yeah, throw the Hulk in there? No.
Which is crazy. Universal has a bind. I don't know what the hell, man.
They already got Hulk in a fucking Disney Plus show. There's no reason to have him in Multiverse of Madness.
Even though it would be cool to actually see World War Hulk, but that's the point. I mean, we saw it in Thor 3, but 3, but
Although I hear there's rumors that they're making a new Hulk movie. Is being planned. It'll be a Marvel Universal production.
I guess so. Shit, I mean, because we literally just had this character just sitting here. We're just
because I think they're wanting to do the Planet Hulk storyline in a movie. Anyways,
I'm fine with that. Just damn.
Here's what I want.
Universal sitting about 30 years with it.
Fuck all this stuff. Here's what I want. Mm-hmm. You know, I want more information on this new Deadpool movie.
Right, we haven't had no new information lately. Nah, none. Like not a single. Oh, you want me to check?
No. I'm asking if you got more news.
Oh,
was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Our last bit of news that he didn't cover.
What you got?
So last week, after the last episode came out, Thor's new teaser trailer dropped.
Fuck, I forgot to bring that up.
Thor's new teaser trailer dropped. And let me tell you guys this. This is just me being honest. I am now actually more excited for Thor Love and Thunder than I am Doctor Strange.
Which that's crazy.
Now, there's a reason. I do think Doctor Strange is going to be great.
Right.
Just judging off of the things I've seen, 8, 9 out of 10 easily.
But this Thor one is something else.
But
man.
Thor has things in it that interest me more
right.
than Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is going to be cool for all the crossover potential. All the X-Men that are going to show up, and Fantastic Four characters, and things like that. Like, the Fox properties are finally going to be kind of mixed into the MCU.
Right, well, Charles Xavier, yeah.
But Thor Love and Thunder is going to be mixing pantheons of other gods in with its story. So
we saw Zeus.
We're going to see Zeus and
Zeus.
Olympus.
And
like,
Olympus.
the Thors and...
How many more guys are going to bring in this bitch?
Krog, whatever the fuck his name is.
Krog, yeah.
Krog,
yeah, the rock dude.
The rock
what I said next to Deadpool?
Korg.
Korg. Yeah, he was like, how you get into this movie?
But the Thor's Korg and Valkyrie, we see a scene where they're walking through the streets of Olympus.
Right.
And, like, they're going up to see Zeus. So that's a completely different pantheon than where they're from. And there's just so much that's, like, we're actually going to finally get... who I know her as Lady Thor. I don't remember what her actual name is. I don't think it's the Mighty Thor, because I'm pretty sure that's what regular Thor is known as. But something along those lines. We're finally going to get Jane Foster in the Thor outfit. And the one scene they showed, she looks good.
And that's all we needed was that one scene.
And
like, I'm hyped for it.
And she's using the Mjolnir that Hela destroyed.
It's the broken hammer.
Somehow it fuses itself back together and she uses it. And I'm just like, this feels like it has more of a connection to the past of MCU than what Doctor Strange does. Like, Doctor Strange is kind of pushing it forward. Thor's kind of grabbing some things from the past to make a new story and push it forward as well.
It's doing 3 things at once. Grabbing things, makes things, and then still moving forward.
And I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, we might see the what's that name? Battery Bill. We might see his ass.
Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill. We might see his ass appear in this Thor movie.
So yeah, I'm super excited. What I would love to see, and this is just again, stupid shit that I think of.
Yeah.
This is not going to happen by any means. I do not think this is going to happen. This is not a prediction, but I think this would be entertaining. I think it would be fun to have a short period of time in the movie. Where, because we know Thor's whole thing is he gets kind of tired of being a superhero, at least
Right.
from what the trailer suggests.
He wants to find
where
his
he
place
wants
or
to kind
peace
of
or whatever.
he wants to find some inner peace.
Inner peace.
I think it would be fun for a very short time for him to find his inner peace, and when it happens, he turns into Donald Blake. I think it would be fun for that to happen and have a little small moment of him being like Donald Blake, just to give a shout out to the comics.
He turns to that kid from he turns to that scrawny person from the first Captain America, first Avenger, all scrawnied up, be like, with the cave. That would be so, ayo. That would give a 10 out of 10 on the spot. I'm like, ayo, they just, he Donald Blake himself.
I don't think they're going to, because to be honest, if I, like, really thinking about it, there's no way I feel like that would fit within the story they're trying to tell. It's just something I want to see, because after reading the comics that we did,
right.
Like, I want to see more of that history.
Or like Carl
shown.
gives him a cane. He said, "What's this? You know, it's if you ever want to not want to be Thor anymore, I'm good. You know, it's a pressure. I'll be like, there it is. He's
we get training montages, which shows how he loses his
Bro, he
his
does
gut.
the ropes. He does training montages.
And they're not even ropes, dude. They're chains.
Oh, they're chains. Yeah,
They're heavy
the ropes. They're chains.
But he uses them as the ropes that people use to. So we're gonna get training montages.
You still get crossovers. You still get crossovers with the Guardians in there.
The Guardians are in it for I don't even know how long. It actually looks like they might be in it for like 20 minutes.
20 minutes. And I think I like the best part was when Star-Lord was trying to give and it was cool. I love that speech he gave, and then Thor's like, just like peering down the case. He said, I'm trying to look at my group. Sorry, I was listening. Like, oh, okay, Thor. Oh, okay, Thor doing Thor 1. He doing what Thor 1 was doing. That's Thor 1 back in the day.
Right.
And he got his hair back. He got that rain ass hair.
He grew his hair back.
That
excited me because Thor he has long hair. That's what I want to see.
I like the cut, the Thor, and all that shit. But that rain ass hair. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I am more excited for Thor than I am Doctor Strange. And obviously, we're getting Doctor Strange first. That comes out in like.
And then Miss Marvel's right behind it.
3 or 4 weeks or some shit like that.
Right. So we get Doctor Strange and Miss Marvel, then Thor.
But like, we're gonna finish up Moon Knight within the next couple weeks.
Right.
And then all of a sudden,
go back to WandaVision, I believe.
Well, no, I'm just talking about in present day stuff.
Oh yeah, okay.
But like, so that's gonna wrap up just in time. Well, right around just in time for Doctor Strange.
Right.
And then a couple weeks after Doctor
Right
Strange, we're going right into
Miss
Marvel. and then while that's going on,
that starts what, July 12th?
Thor's in July.
July, yeah.
So
right.
Then we're going to run into Thor, and then right after Thor, it's going to be She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, and then then it's. I don't know where we're going because I think they were hinting Fantastic Four. I don't know. Oh no, not yet because then we got Guardians. Like, good lord, they and then Guardians. We don't know because remember, Kevin Feige said he said 100 projects he's involved in. I'm like, bro, how many? Bro, you gotta sleep, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know with the whole pandemic, you gotta push a lot of shit back, but now it's like, hey, we're moving forward, bro. We gotta keep going. DCEU, please get it together right now. Ezra Miller, stay away from women. Hawaii and karaoke bars. Thank you.
Yeah,
anyway,
Ezra, dude, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
Like, just stay away from all of that right now. He done been.
But you fucking up your life, homie.
Right, and the reason why they won't get rid of the Flash.
Here's what's wild.
Yeah, they still have the movie.
No, it wasn't Ezra. Never mind. I was like, isn't Ezra the actor that got jumped not too long ago? But that
wasn't. No, that was the dude that we saw in Joker, or he's supposed to play in Joker in the Batman. He looked like a Denny. He looked like his ass. But here's the thing, man. Like, hey, just to go off top just a little bit, bro. This is like his 4th time.
Third.
I thought it was 4th time he got with, like, he was beating up a 26-year-old female. Like, bro. Like, you gotta calm down, man.
It's his 3rd time, and it's actually his 2nd time in 3 months.
3 months. 3 months that he's done.
Dude, stay away from people. You got an attitude problem.
And you know what? It didn't even start there because they've always said he's somewhat kind of complicated to work with because of how his attitude. Because he thinks because he did certain movies when he was young, he thinks he's like Jennifer Lawrence. He has that star mentality because he's like, I deserve better, and I'm like, no, you don't. No, not really. But they said they're gonna release the Flash movie and then kind of sign him off and find a new Flash right there because the movie's already made. It's already been edited and everything, so they can't just. I mean, they can, but that would be so much fucking money gone.
That'd be a loss of money.
So bad. My God, that's like what, 300, 400 million gone? Oh no! Yeah, they got to release that bitch, unfortunately.
Well,
but
real, I ain't going to theater to see the
yeah, I'm not seeing that shit either. I'm good. I've been burned by DCU too long. I've been burned like your cigarette gone. That's how bad I've been burned. But yeah, I just want to point that out. Like, you know, good characters, and then as Ezra Miller, just stay away from people. You got what, $20 million? Stay your ass home. Stay in a mansion. He stay home. No, yeah, $20 million. Him and his girl, his 2 cats and birds and shit will stay home. They won't even see people. It's 82 degrees outside. You see what he told me? He said, I am staying home.
Yesterday. He goes, you know, it's supposed to be like in the 80s? I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I'm not going outside. Fuck that.
I said, you don't want to burn to death? Not really.
All right.
But yeah, let's get this Moon Knight going, man. That's all.
Moon Knight, episode 4, The Tomb. Again, I think that's what it's called. I don't have my notes in front of me.
Nope, we're just spitballing. We're going to freestyle it like a rapper. Let's go.
There's a lot about this episode I did like. The funniest moment, in my opinion, of the entire episode, right? And I just want to get this out of the way because it was perfect, was there's a part where Steven kisses.
Yep.
Or no. Steven's kind of flirting with girl.
Right.
What the fuck is her name? This is why you need notes, by the way.
Is it Mary?
No, it's not Mary.
No shit.
Layla. There's a part where he's flirting with her. And Mark, through reflections, basically tells him, like, yo, stop hitting on my girl.
Right.
I'll fuck you up.
He did.
So then later on, they have a moment, and Steven kisses her.
Yep.
And then she goes down the well, and Mark takes over the body just long enough to punch himself in the face.
And you hear that sound effect it did?
It's a
sing. It's like sing. And then he fell right to the tomb. I was like, oh my god. He cleared his ass hard. Like, good night. You ready to go night night?
I don't think he I don't think he fell down
into
the tomb because of Mark. Because if you remember when he punched him, he was away from the well.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a convenience that he punched him and it was like, oh.
No, I think that was more he tried to go down the way she did. But since Steven doesn't have the knowledge to be able to do that,
right,
he probably just fell.
I can see him just...
Steven is not the explorer.
Not like Mark.
Like, there was even a part where they were looking for a door up somewhere. And he's like, oh, I think there's another way up there. Do you think we should go up there? She's like, yeah. And then they both stand there for a second. She's like, you first. And he's like, oh, yeah, right. And then he goes up. And I'm just like, Steven, dude, you were so smart.
I love it, though. That was some good writing, because for a minute, I thought maybe the screen broke. But then I was like, oh, he literally like, hey, yo, aren't you like the archaeologist, homie? He's like, oh, I am? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm all that shit. It's like, okay, Mark.
So a few cool things do happen in this. They run into a mummy.
Yeah, that was interesting. The Mummy movie type shit
that tries to kill him. They get away from that.
Right.
And actually, Layla is the one that ends up killing it.
Yeah, because remember, Mark is kind of a bitch still. So Mark don't like fight. Period.
That's not Mark. It's Steven.
Or Steve. My bad. Steve, yeah.
And in that whole process, she ends up running across what's his face.
Was it the? Is it not
the main guy?
Yeah,
the main villain.
Yeah,
Harrow.
Fuck! I forgot to do his name because he got the thing on his arm.
It's Harrow.
And he was kind of spitting some disses right here, bro. Like,
he was basically saying that, basically telling her that Mark knew how her dad died, which obviously got to her.
Yeah.
Which was an important thing that needed to happen. We all knew it was coming because
we knew that that happened, but damn, I would have been nice if Mark had told, or not Mark, but Steve had told him. But I guess
Steve didn't know.
I thought Steve knew.
Mark knows. Steve don't. Remember,
right.
They're technically two different people.
Two different minds. You think they will like tell each other, but not. But okay, well, like I said, then Mark should have told her. But I mean, I guess this is the interesting way to find out. But I'm like, damn, like, not like this.
Right. So they progress a little bit further.
Right, because it's all in the tomb. Keyword the tomb.
Basically just the tomb things. While that's going on, Mark finds Alexander the Great's tomb.
Which that was interesting.
Right, that was a nice little take on it that I didn't even think about was possible.
Just throwing that in there.
I was like, that was pretty.
And I like how this Mark Alexander. I'm like, oh, okay. Huh. Cool.
And he ends up pulling, what was it out of the...
I thought it was a sword. No.
No.
Because he talked about it's a thing that where they take all your organs and...
No. He reached into the body.
Right, at the body, yeah.
To grab something out.
Right, because remember,
but it was an item. I just don't remember what it was.
I thought it was... It wasn't a sword or a dagger?
I don't remember it being a dagger.
Because he felt the...
No, it was, that's what it was. It was Ahmet's, stone figure that is locked in.
Because everything reminded me of the Mummy. Everything reminded me of the first Mummy. Because they had those organs and plots and shits where sacred bull... It's hard to explain because, whatever they are.
Right, no, they're the canisters.
They're canisters, there we are.
It's the canisters that they used to put the organs
in.
The characters.
Or anybody.
Right.
And he felt the comfortable grabbing that shit, too. His facial expression was priceless.
But yeah, so he reached into the throat of Alexander the Great and pulled out the little effigy that Ahmet's trapped in.
Right. The point is to get Ahmet out, goddammit.
So he gets that. Layla runs in.
Right.
And confronts him.
And
this is where we actually finally get told a little bit more of the backstory. Like, I was always under the impression that Mark killed her dad. That's what I thought it was going into. But that's not what happened at all.
Right.
He led another assassin there. Or another mercenary there. It was like his partner.
Right.
And he was actually trying to save her dad.
Right. Yeah.
He ended up being shot.
Right.
In the process of trying to protect her dad, which is when he got his powers.
We got a little. See, that's what I'm saying. We got a little bit of backstory, which I'm fine with that. Give me backstory, but please bring me back to. As long as that backstory actually means something, I am solid. Like, this is good shit right here. So when it doesn't mean something, that's what
as long as it's telling his origin, the backstory is going to mean something.
Yeah, I know it's still a story, but I'm saying as long as it progresses the story further, like this actually progresses the story further, basically saying about the father situation and about. He came to save the father. He ended up taking the bullet for, her father, and that's why.
He didn't take it for her.
No, I mean,
he got shot in the process.
He did a 21 Jump Street. Goddamn. Listen here, you.
Dad still got killed.
I know the dad still got killed. Mother. He trying to. It's so dark and groom bastard.
Coming from the guy that wants somebody to die every series of movies.
Hey, yo. I should have predicted this. I said, "Hey, watch the father wind up dead." I mean, we knew he was dead. Watch the father.
We knew from the first time Layla showed up that he was dead.
No. I was thinking like, "Hey, yo, watch Mark and the father both die." I was like, "Oh shit!" Hey, both got gotten.
After he explains the situation to her, Harrow runs in.
Yep.
With his group.
Yep.
Mark takes over the body because he's like, "Look, Steven, you're not going to be able to do anything with this." And then he took over the body to talk to Layla anyways. He tells her to bounce.
Well, the way he said, "Hey, you gotta go." He said, "You gotta."
She runs out.
And she said, "Okay." Okay.
And he confronts Harrow, and Harrow's got 7, 8, 9 people.
Well, because they've been traveling since day one looking for this shit. Hey, the way out they came rolling deep like gangbangers. They came like gangsters. He went, "All right, let's go."
We actually got to see Mark fight for a split second. He ended up taking out like 3 of the dudes.
Yeah.
Before Harrow pulled out a gun and shot him.
I was like, "Motherfucker, what the hell?"
Y'all, they killed Mark.
Roll credits.
Or at least roll credits. Series done.
Yo, what the? He wakes up on base with Samuel Jackson. "What's up, motherfucker?" I got you. No,
and this is where things take a turn for the weird.
Yeah, there we go.
Which I enjoy this as well.
Right.
But I'm curious as to where they're going to take it.
Oh God.
You
only got 2 episodes left, so.
He wakes up.
Yep.
In a mental hospital.
Right.
And this mental hospital has things all around it to almost make you think maybe he's imagined this whole scenario. He runs into Harrow, who is his psychiatrist. Layla's in the hospital with him, except
they're not together.
They're not actually together. every person in this mental hospital is somebody that's been in the episodes already, so they're kind of showing up in different places.
The one dude that died, he was in there for a little bit.
And
it's just, I hope not.
Steven is a character that's apparently made up based off of a TV show that he watches all the time.
It's almost like a WandaVision meet Fight Club. It's like, shit, we're doing this.
So they're doing everything in their power to make you believe that maybe this all just happened in his head. Now, obviously, I don't think that's the case. There's 2 more episodes.
Bro. Wow.
But eventually, he kind of comes to his senses and he gets away and starts to run throughout the hospital.
Right.
And
he bangs his head a couple times. He hits his head.
He runs into one room where there's a sarcophagus that's shaking.
Right.
And he opens it. And this is Mark. But Steven comes out. So we could get in 2 different Oscar Isaac characters standing side by side for the first time. They're able to actually communicate almost in person together.
Right.
They run down the hallway. They look inside where there's another door. And you see this other sarcophagus that's shaking. Mm-hmm. I firmly believe...
Well, a lot of people are saying that's a third...
I firmly believe, and a lot of people also think it's Jake.
Jake. Okay, and
Jake Locker, I think was his name.
They said Jake from the well, what's people on YouTube saying that's a third...
That's right. That's his third personality. It's Jake from State Farm. No.
I'll spit my grape soda. Thank you.
But they're saying, like, this is the... And here's the thing. And this is where the blackouts become a little bit cooler.
Right.
I don't think there's been a blackout where Steven or Mark have taken over. I bet every single blackout in this series was Jake.
And that's a lot of people are predicting.
Because if you remember in the first ones...
he blacks out and
the first few blackouts, he blacks out, and when he comes to, people are laying on the ground covered in blood.
And he's just bloody up hands and everything, yep.
But nobody's looking at him or talking about him becoming a demon or anything like that. So I don't think he turned in to Steven or to Mark during those times.
Mark, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he stayed being Jake. And then in the next episode, or not the next episode, it was the episode where Mark was having the blackouts and he was waking up with like knives held to people's throats and shit.
That's how I said, oh man.
And he's like, Steven, what are you doing? And Steven's like, that's not me. That's signifying there's a third personality. So I bet they're both going to be fighting against this third personality that's Jake.
I like how we both literally just think that was food. Think that was food that he just swat around. Weirdo. We all literally.
I love him though. He's just weird. He's got issues.
Mega issues.
What are you attacking? There's nothing there. Food. It's food, dude.
You said he was running around crazy without nobody to play with.
Okay. Anyway,
so he bored like he just bored for real bored. He bored. He didn't go outside. Like he just go outside and just run around all day.
So yeah, that's one of the cool things, I guess, now in retrospect that kind of give the blackouts a little more meaning behind them.
Right.
I still think they're stupid, but I don't remember where that's going. Okay, so
and they said Jake is like the guy who's unhinged. Like he's the one that just keeps going, like keep fighting.
And then it ends with one of the Egyptian gods, I don't remember what his name is, it's the hippo Egyptian god.
Right.
Shows up in the hospital. And I do remember watching a video where she's basically the god of healing or something along those lines.
Well, even shot, man. Good Lord.
But she shows up. They go to, like, she opens up a door that they're about to walk through. And she's like, "Hi, guys." And they scream and look so terrified. Dude,
right,
Isaac is such a good actor, dude.
Right.
Such a good actor.
Leave everything up to the imagination and everything. Holy shit. I almost wanted more. I'm like...
But that's how the episode ended.
Right.
And one of the cool things, most shows, as soon as he would have woken up in the psychiatric hospital, that's where they would have ended it.
Right, they could have...
Most shows, that would have been the cutoff point, and then we would have had to have waited until the next episode for him to start going through the hospital and doing what he does. So I like that they went ahead and like 10 to 15 minutes of this episode was him running through the hospital and trying. So
it seems like he's gonna wake up in. I'm gonna say in prison with the dude that captured him. I mean, he's gonna probably be in prison.
I don't think he will be.
You don't think so? You think he will be captured?
No.
Like just coming but he I would think like coming out of his senses from whatever it is going on within his mind.
No, because here's what I think is going to happen. I think, because I finally have a kind of idea in terms of a short-term prediction. I think he's going to... This hippo chick.
Right.
Is going to kind of heal the fracturedness of the mind.
Right, so
not in a way that's going to eliminate any of the characters.
No, they're going to be there in his
but
head.
In a way for them to be able to work better together.
Right, they need to work as one because throughout the whole entire series, nobody's working as one now, and
they're all fighting against each other.
They're fighting against each other, and that's the reason why your girlfriend get captured. They can't beat up shit. Like, yeah, they need to work together, man.
But I think she's also going to heal them physically.
Yep.
I think she's going to take care of the gunshot wound that he suffered. But I also think there's a part of me
that says that mind itself
also thinks she's going to inadvertently introduce them to the Jake persona.
And Jake's gonna be the reason why he go.
And I think Jake's gonna be how he's gonna get out of the situation.
And get Moon Knight back. He's like, hey, I got a way to get Moon Knight back. Like, oh, okay. Let's follow this motherfucker.
And here's the thing, though. I now do not think he's going to get the costume till the last episode. I think we're going to get one more episode without the costume.
Yeah.
Which means you're still going to get an auto fail from me. But
he's like, let me just.
Depending on how badass they make the Jake character. I mean, if Jake can do it without needing the costume and actually whoop some ass, I'm here for it.
Right.
But I do think Jake is going... I do think Jake is going to take over.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to... A lot of next episode is going to be both Steven and Mark fighting against Jake. Mentally. In terms of trying to take over the body.
Because he's gonna say, "Let me take over, and then we'll get this going." But they're not gonna let that happen. Yeah, they ain't gonna let that happen.
No, I don't think it's.
I mean, not right now.
I don't think it's not that they're not gonna let that happen. Here's the thing: if they think this Jake persona is gonna be their best chance of getting out of the situation, then they're gonna let him go.
Yeah, they let him go.
The problem is, I don't think he's going to give up the body for anyone to come back. That's where the fight's gonna, the struggle's going to happen.
They're gonna sit in that asylum with three chairs and have a little AA meeting out here. So what we gonna do? Because I want to keep my body. I want to keep my body too. Like a moment here.
But at the end of the day, they really need to
work together.
So
this is gonna be a friendship work together movie or episode. Okay, that it should be called Friendship.
And I actually think there's going to be a good chance that they're not going to get the costume back to the last episode.
I was going to say towards the end of the episode 5. I towards the end of it, though.
I think the way it's going to happen is I do think that the chick Mark ran into in the temple,
right, that
is one of the other avatars, right, the one that actually helped him try and figure out where Ahmet's tomb is. Right. I do think she's around somewhere.
Yeah, I kind of feel this is not gonna be the last time we're gonna see her, or any of these avatars. The last time I see any of these avatars.
Well, the problem is, I think most of these avatars are in league with Ahmet.
Right. Like I said,
Osiris is giving me bad guy vibes.
Bro, almost everybody in this fucking episode, except for the woman and them, are giving me bad guy vibes. Like, ain't that a bitch?
What I can actually see happening is she's going to be the one to either get and or break the effigy that's holding Khonshu.
You're right, right.
And that's how Mark's going to get the Moon Knight costume back. I mean, that's the only way to get the Moon Knight costume back. The only other way you could explain it away is if somehow he finds a way to harness that power without needing Khonshu. And if he finds out how to do that, Khonshu's in trouble, because Khonshu pretty much has Mark by the balls.
I'm telling you, it's not gonna be with that lead character. It's gonna be with, if all they heal the mind, and maybe they have the willpower to manifest that costume back. But that's just a stretch. I mean, they can still use the effigy, but I think like if they all just work, like I said, work together and heal the brain, and then make their mind work, and then all of a sudden, Moon Knight comes back. Like I would say, I know it's gonna be the last episode, but we're probably gonna see it towards the what are you looking for?
I was thinking if she was on.
If you're probably gonna see like I'll say like towards the end of episode 5, we're gonna see Moon Knight just like appear. But I could be wrong. That's.
I hope he comes back in episode 5, because again, I'm gonna be extremely shitty.
Well,
if we end up with half the
series for just 10 minutes, that's it.
Like we've barely seen him be Moon Knight, barely.
We saw him
and
the other one.
This show is Moon Knight.
It's not Moon. It's like Batman without Batman. It's like Spider-Man without Spider-Man. It makes no sense. Even in Spider-Man without Spider-Man, at least he was Spider-Man, but he had the clothes Spider-Man, the Spider-Man he just made from DIY out here.
That's one of the reasons I'm actually super excited about Miss Marvel.
Welcome.
Like, she's going to be excited to be this hero, and she's going to be this hero. Like,
right. That's right.
Like Kate, we got to watch her be Hawkeye. That's what I'm watching these shows for. I want to see them be the characters that they are in the comics.
Even Falcon, when he became Captain America, he's Captain America. He said, like, I am Captain America. Like, okay, right. Bam. Next question.
But he also did a lot of fighting throughout the series.
Yeah, when he was Falcon too. So, but he was like, just taking up that persona. Like, he said, where's Captain America? I am Captain America. He said that, like,
right.
There you go.
And that's honestly been one of my biggest detractors of this whole series. Is like you see him as Moon Knight
in the trailers, TV spots, everything.
You see him as Moon Knight in the very first episode for like 3 minutes.
Right.
You see him as Moon Knight in the second episode
see him as the other
for maybe 5 minutes.
You see him as the other Mr. Knight. You see him as that character for like maybe 5 minutes as well. And then
then in that third episode, you see him as both Moon Knight or Mr. Knight.
Right, you see him as one of the
for about 10 minutes. It's a fight scene. Our only full-blown fight scene with him so far.
And then all of a sudden, Khonshu tells this story,
and then all of a sudden,
I say, well, shit.
We get 2 episodes. It's going to be 2 episodes without him in it at all.
Yeah. That's why I said, hopefully I'm thinking either halfway through, like I said, like I told you, the runtime is only going to be 47 minutes, so I'd say maybe the last 10 minutes of episode 5, he needs to be in that Moon Knight costume. And then we do the whole episode, the last final episode with him in Moon Knight.
Now, here's a clue that nobody seems to have thought about. And actually, now thinking about it, I actually think he's going to be able to get the Moon Knight outfit back without Khonshu.
But he manifests it without it? Yeah, okay.
And here's why.
Okay.
Here's why I think that. Harrow is the avatar for Amit. Right? He's able to judge people. He's got the scales.
Right, the scale in his arm.
He's able to do the stuff that...
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's good. Anyway.
How is he able to do all that if Amit's currently locked away?
Bro, because he has a Moon Knight costume too.
No. It has nothing to do with the costume. When Khonshu got locked away, Mark and Steven immediately lost their powers.
But he still has his powers.
But he still has his powers, and his is locked away.
So he's
I
like
think
the
it's
Omnid.
again. I think it's mental. I don't think he is Amit.
Okay. Some people are saying that too. Usually they think that's probably him.
I think he's still got the powers. He's trying to free Amit.
Right. Okay. So what? So he can take control of. I mean, well.
No. He's trying. He believes in what Amit's doing. He's trying to free Amit. Amit's going to come out and do what Amit does.
Lie?
No. Amit doesn't lie.
I thought he was one that lies.
No. Amit's the one that judges people based off of their past.
Okay.
And then, well, not their past, but he sees into their soul. It's he prejudges people as opposed to Khonshu post judges people.
Right, gives him, yeah. But he's like, hey, yo, that man is good. Like, damn. Right?
Amit's able to see what people are going to do.
Right.
And see that they're bad people, so he kills them.
Right.
Whereas Khonshu waits for them to fuck up, and once they do fuck up, then he kills them.
Right.
But no, so basically...
Okay.
If Mark and Steven lost the Moon Knight costume as soon as Khonshu was locked away inside the little statue, then that means Harrow shouldn't be able to do the things that he can do if his leader is locked inside a little statue. That's why I'm saying I think Mark can still control the Moon Knight outfit. I just think mentally he thinks he cannot because Khonshu's not there.
Right, and that's why I said, like, that's why I said, like, I think we're both agreeing on the same thing here. I'm like, bro, but they all have to work together, and I think with this third persona, that would be the way how they would get it. Like, maybe, like, you gotta have the mind and the strength and the why. All that's gotta work together to make this costume just manifest itself out of nothing.
Plus, in the comics at some point, Moon Knight kills Khonshu. I don't remember why. I just remember hearing about it.
Can't wait to see that. No, I'm just kidding. I know we're going to see that in this.
I don't think that's going to happen.
And that be kind of, you gotta die, bitch!
Unless
like,
it's the very, very, very last thing that happens.
He just kills Khonshu. Like, well, that took a left turn real quickly. Right. I mean, he been wanting to kill this motherfucker for a minute, but damn!
But I think they're going to take Khonshu in a different direction because they almost make you feel sympathetic for Khonshu right before.
Well, yeah, that little story. I mean, it was a moment. Cause like I said, he felt betrayed. So I said, well, shit, that's a betraying situation.
Right.
So,
but yeah,
changed his character a little bit though. But yeah. But.
So over and above all, it was a good episode. It definitely makes us think about how things are going to go. I'm going to stick with the 7.
Right. I'll give it an 8. That was the first one for me with the 9. But.
Now what's funny is this has actually been the highest rated episode so far from reviewers.
Yeah, I mean it's got. I mean without Moon Knight, of course, it has your what's it your Egyptian shit, like, you know, the history behind all of it, you know, the Easter eggs, like I said, Alexander Great.
My nose hairs are irritating the fuck out of
I
me.
see you keep playing with it. Nice.
I need to get one of those nose hair trimmers.
You should, like, it's like...
It is driving me batshit.
I see you keep doing it. But yeah, I see why I started this episode. It has a lot of everything in there. A lot.
It just, like I said, I'm interested to see where the series goes.
I hope that, yeah.
I hope they don't stick around in this fucking mental asylum for too long.
Oh, no. They gotta get out.
I'm expecting half the episode will be because, I mean, they gotta... And that'll be fine. I don't want it to be like the entire episode and then the very end they get out. And then I'm just going to be like, I didn't want this entire episode stuck in here. Right. I also don't want them to...
the whole 47 fucking minutes in this bitch. Please don't do that.
I also don't want them to allude to or stick with the thought that he is actually in this mental asylum and everything's in his head. That would honestly ruin the character for me a little bit.
Yeah, that would kill the character. And then they'll leave like you with a post-credit scene like, or was it? Like, don't do that. Don't you... I'll be so done with this fucking... They're like, hey, yo, this is going to be a rant, guys. As soon as this, what's going on, everybody? Let me stop right there. This is going to be a rant.
Right.
Just like, that's on spot. That's a rant, man. But, I mean, so far, it's interesting. A lot of playing with the mind, bring the mind, heal the mind. Maybe the episode is called The Mind. Like, oh, shit, okay. Because... Jesus.
Well, we've only got a couple days. We'll see.
Right.
But all right, that's it. 7 out of 10 from me, 8 out of 10 from Ralph.
Yeah.
Next week we'll be talking about more news in episode 5. We're almost done with Moon Knight, y'all. Only 2 more weeks of this shit.
You sound like he's...
And then it's back to Wanda, a show I actually like. So...
Alright, I was like, wait, because he sounds so fucking disappointed. He said 2 more weeks of this shit. Get hype, bro. Hold on. It's fucking Moon Knight, motherfucker. Let's go.
I was so hyped for the show, and I've been so disappointed as a whole. The last couple episodes have at least been pretty decent, but
overall, he's really he's disappointed. He's
it's not bad. It's just not Marvel for me.
And as I said, really, like, I always ask him every time episode comes, like, how you feel? He don't even want to talk about it. Usually, even with What If, he comes out and talks about it. Like, This one, he ain't even.
Now, What If I just came out and bitched. That's all What If was for me. This show was terrible.
But here it's like, I'm not getting nothing from you. I'm not getting not emotion or nothing from it. That is crazy. So, I'm like, okay.
But nah, next week, episode 5.
Who knows? He might just bust down like at work and he's like, hey, Ralph, did you see that shit? I'm like, you're talking about it? That's literally it. It's like, because he's just like a Debbie Downer on this bitch. Like, okay, well, shit. All right.
But yeah, so next week, tune in for all the juicy goodness. And yeah.
Maybe Saudi Arabia will let Doctor Strange come back. No, they let it happen.
Maybe we'll have some actual good news.
Right, because that really wasn't.
Today's news was just all shit.
Things
are canceled. Things are banned.
Things are banned. Netflix is. Hey, yo. On a side note, Netflix is canceling half their shows.
Yeah.
Because they lost like almost a couple of million subscribers. Oh my god.
It was like 42 million.
42 million.
It was a lot.
It was
they
a
lost
lot.
a good portion. I was almost one of them.
Well, because you don't really need it. There's so many better. I hate to say it. So many better streaming shows than Netflix out here. Yeah. So many. So
let me count the ways.
Yeah.
Disney Plus.
Tubi is a little better. It's free.
Nah, Tubi kind of sucks. HBO Max.
HBO Max. Paramount Plus. I know you don't got
Paramount Plus.
But yeah, Paramount Plus.
Universal Plus.
Yeah. Amazon.
Peacock.
Amazon fucking Prime. God
Amazon
damn.
Prime.
Shit.
All of these are better.
Or clowning.
Shudder.
Yeah.
Shudder's top 3 for me.
But these are the things that are being Netflix. Netflix is like, because
here's your problem, Netflix. I'm going to help you out. Stop raising your prices.
Yeah, that's that. Because
especially, you're saying you're raising your prices so you can afford better into like solo programming.
Right.
Your original stuff typically sucks.
Yeah, it's not good as like Shudder or Disney or any other shit, man.
Like let me paint this picture for you. You guys have had 4 successful, 3 successful, 4 that are considered good. One of them was not very successful. You guys had Squid Games, which honestly wasn't even yours.
Nope.
They made it, and then it just became.
Right. They patented it over here, but technically it was from Korea, from them. Yep.
You had
Cobra Kai, which was their thing. I don't know if
I actually forget that even exists.
Cobra Kai is good, so check out, but it's cool.
But you guys then had Stranger Things, which has been a hit for them.
Which is coming out. Oh, they got Robert Englund in the last one.
I'm still not watching it.
You motherfucker. Anyway, keep going. That's Robert Englund.
It is. I love Robert Englund. Favorite horror actor all time.
But he still ain't gonna watch this Stranger.
But I ain't watched any of I watched the first half of season 1.
You can at least watch season 4 for that motherfucker at least.
No, how am I gonna follow the story?
Don't need to, motherfucker. It's got demigods and people getting eaten, bro. That's all. You like that shit getting eaten.
And then you guys had. Oh, what was the stupid one that's about unaliving themselves? Where they had the tapes that every day, like somebody was listening to the tapes. 7 Reasons Why. 10 Reasons Why.
Yes, yep. Because that was about 13 Reasons Why.
13 Reasons. Thank you.
It's about the suicides and
unaliving.
Or about ending. Yeah, leading up to her or that person's death.
Yep. That was a hit. At least season 1 was. Season 2, no one gave a fuck about.
Season 2 was his mid.
The first one. And then there was one more show that was super fucking popular. I know one good movie that's actually not doing bad was their newest horror movie that they just came out with, The Cellar.
I'm gonna watch
is a Netflix original. Me and Kat watched it. We actually thought it was really good.
Was Choose or Die? No, that's in Shudder. That's Shudder, isn't it? Choose or Die is Shudder, isn't it?
Choose or Die is on Netflix, but it wasn't a Netflix original. It was just a regular movie that got.
Okay, I thought maybe okay.
But The Cellar was really good. Pretty much everything else has either been rated pretty much extremely mid. Well, I mean they have a few others. Look, don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm exaggerating when I say you guys ain't have shit, but you guys haven't had shit that's stuck with people.
That's stuck with people.
Because Castlevania, I heard was really good.
Yeah, Castlevania was cool.
But nobody's talking about it.
Which is sad because really that was
The Witcher. Decent. I hear is good.
Then season 2 kind of went mid.
I haven't watched any of it. She loved season 1. She watched it before we got together.
Right, but season 2 was just. And you might have this opinion, but overall it's just.
But I don't know anything about Witcher, so I never bothered to watch it.
Right.
But no, your original programming just isn't on the same level as what Like, everything Disney Plus has put out, original content-wise, both Marvel and Star Wars, has been on fire.
Like that Book of Boba Fett. Woo! And Mandalorian. Woo again. Holy shit.
I only watched I watched most of season 1 of Mandalorian.
Oh my god.
I know they're on season 3 now.
Yeah, 3. And then Book of Boba Fett. And then they got an Obi-Wan Kenobi bringing the... Bruh. Nah, man.
Right.
Y'all just...
But that's been on fire.
Out the water right now.
HBO Max isn't even doing originals.
Nope.
Their plan, that first year they were out, or second year they were out, was put all of our movies that are supposed to be in theaters out at the same time.
Bro, they just put the Batman...
and then everything else.
Max.
But they already have some movies that are going to be HBO Max exclusive. It's not going to be in theaters.
Oh, shit.
They've already said that. And one or two of them are going to be DC.
Because I wasn't Pete. Well, we know Pete's. Well, that's TV, but.
But they've already said that's going to be a thing. But they're pretty much the home of DC.
Right. HBO Max is going to basically be DC.
Minus the couple of things that are like on Netflix and other things right now because of contractual reasons.
Right, but overall, HBO Max.
But
is
HBO
DC.
Max is going to be the home of DC.
Like, they got their own Justice League and all of that category in there, so that they don't need to go to Netflix to find that now.
Peacock's got their own thing going on.
With WWE and everything. Shit.
Like, what do you have to offer Netflix?
Yeah, you really don't have nothing. And really, you know what?
Squid Game season 2.
And what's my God. But here's the thing. Once Disney, really it started with Disney Plus. Once Disney Plus came out, I said, well, this is about to be the end of Netflix almost. Like, shit.
Well, that's because Netflix had already lost everything else. Like, Netflix, when it first started, was amazing.
Beat out Blockbuster and everything. Holy shit.
When Netflix first started with their streaming service, it was amazing because it was like everyone put their movies on and shows on Netflix.
You go to Netflix, companies out of business.
You go to Netflix and you watched everything from Marvel, from DC, from Disney animated movies, horror,
everything came out.
Everything because they were the first.
Right. And it's sad because they pioneered this shit. Oh fuck,
and
it's crazy.
Then
just
all
watching
of a sudden,
them go down like this is crazy.
Here and there,
right? Sprinkles
and here and sprinkles here and there. People started coming out with their own streaming services. Other companies were coming out with streaming services, and all of a sudden,
and then the pandemic hit. Then people kept coming more shit.
People started pulling their movies from Netflix and putting them on their streaming services.
It's just.
And all of a sudden, Netflix isn't allowed to use a lot of what made them popular. Like, my whole purpose for getting Netflix in the first place was to watch Family Guy.
Yeah,
and it's not even on there anymore. Nope. Unfortunately, it's on Hulu, so I still don't get to watch it because Hulu sucks.
Right. But now you can watch it on Disney Plus. You can watch it on Disney.
Right. But Netflix, and then you keep trying to raise your prices, and now you guys are like, oh,
yeah,
we're going to start putting commercials on our stuff.
Yeah, they start doing that shit. That's weird. It's a painful thing to see them actually literally
fall apart.
It's almost like watching Blockbuster fall apart. That's what I'm looking at right now.
I will 100% say the one thing Netflix does best out of everyone so far is true crime. Their true crime shows are amazing.
Is that shit like on HBO though? No, that's True Detective.
There's stuff on HBO.
Okay.
Almost every other streaming platform out there does have their own true crime stuff if they have TV shows on their thing. But I still think Netflix's true crime shows are better than anyone else's.
And but see, once that goes away, that's it. Because eventually that's gonna go away somewhere else, and then it's sad.
A lot of those are original.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm saying it's sad because, like I said, Netflix really started the whole thing where it's like, oh, streaming services. Who needs Blockbuster and all that shit? Because they're all streaming services. Who needs all that shit? So now it just reminds me of Blockbuster. That's all. It just reminds me of just how something's about to because one of these days because they're not only they're losing subscribers. The first thing they were was losing money.
Right.
Now they're losing subscribers. So it's like eventually they're gonna have nothing left, and then it's like, well, shit. That's it then.
Right, guys, that was a tangent I didn't even mean to go on.
Sorry, yeah.
Next week, Moon Knight, episode 5, the whatever it's going to be. And then more news, and 2 more weeks of this, and then we'll be on to whatever's next. Probably more WandaVision. So that being said, thanks to everybody that watches, thanks to everybody that supports. Remember, share, subscribe, do all the things, and we will be back next week to talk about more Moon Knight.
Right.
We love y'all. Thank y'all for watching.
Excelsior.
Excelsior. Bye.
See you later.